Hi mommy, welcome to Mile Long Legs. Today we are training and sculpting the glutes, quads, hamstrings, and calves. You need one single heavy or medium weight for this. For me, I'm using a 10-pound dumbbell. Meet me down on your mat, knees in a bent position, back flat down. We're going to fill up our lungs and our stomach as large as we can with a big inhale. And on the exhale, as if your pelvic floor were an escalator, we're bringing it up, 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 up on the exhale. Let's do this together. Inhale. And exhale. Not doing an abdominal co-contraction right now. Just want you thinking about the pelvic floor. It's priming us for our bridges. Inhale. And exhale. The glutes are not tightening. The stomach is not tightening. We are exhaling, so you'll see a drop in my stomach, but it's not clenching. Inhale. And exhale. And relax. Inhale. Drawing a piece of string to the bottom of your vagina, and on your exhale, we're going to draw it in, 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 and in. It's cinching inside your body. Inhale. And exhale, pull that string in and up, higher, 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 completely exhaling slow. And relax. Now onto bridges. Your heels are close to your bottom. And we're rising up and just coming down to hover. Your gaze is forward. So a lot of us moms, we struggle from a few things that go against us for the shape of our tush. Computer, being a commuter, driving a lot, and then also breastfeeding can flatten out our bottom more than we want to. So it's important that we turn on the glutes before we get into our heavy resistance training or higher rep moves. So this is going to be a challenging glute activation warm-up for you. And 2, 1, I want you to bring feet together, lift one foot up off the mat, hold your leg, and we're doing 10 single reps. 10, 9, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put this foot down directly next to the other one. Now replace the foot lifted up. This ensures that our feet, too, are the same distance away from the glutes on both sides. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and Rockies. Feet shoulder width distance apart. Get as high as you can. Now we're going to lift the left side high and the right side. You're creating a smiley face with your hips. Lifting one side up and then the other. The bottom of your smile isn't deep. Think of this as a shallow smile. And back to single legs. Put your feet together. One leg comes through chest. We're going to do 6. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Same thing, other side. Getting rid of any single leg dominance where you might have one leg stronger than the other. That's 1, 2, 3. Give me height. 4, 5, 6, and a couple more Rockies. Get high and create your Rocky. This is what it's looking like. Lift high on one side, high on the other. And 3, 2, 1. Log roll to the side. Pick up that medium, heavy-ish weight. It's a goblet squat trampoline. We're going to squat down, bounce on the trampoline, get halfway up, bounce again, and stand all the way up to the top. So preparing for a squat. Weight is staying up here at your chest. And bounce on the trampoline, come partial way up, bounce and stand. Bounce, partial, bounce, and stand. Here we go, full speed. Tush hits, come up. Tush hits, stand. Next is split squat lumberjacks. I'm going to show you from the side. One leg is going to go forward. That's the same side we're going to be reaching down to. We're starting in this position. Weight is up at chest. We're going to reach it down, bring it back to chest. Reach it down. Knee will almost hit the mat. It's going to hover right above the mat, the back knee. As we're healing your diastasis recti, it's essential that we don't do rapid twisting movements of the torso. So instead, I'm training you with controlled torso rotation so that we can still prepare the internal, external obliques, rectus abdominis, transverse abdominis for twisting motion, but doing so in a controlled way. Switch legs, replace the front with the back. Get down into your split squat. Remember, we're going to drop our hands the same side as the front leg that's forward. Feel free to adjust that back leg a little bit, bringing it closer. Hinged balance kickbacks. One leg is going to be behind you, and we're going to bend down in a hinge position, extending the hamstring and kicking back. Note that you're not all the way forward like you would be in a Romanian deadlift, okay? This is Romanian deadlift when we come all the way down like this. We're not there. We're just partially hinged and kicking back. And notice how I lost my balance there. That's okay. That's nothing I'm going to edit out. I want you to see that because it's normal. It's healthy. If you do it too, that's okay. Just pick back up and keep going. And same thing other side. Prepare for your hinge. When I say hinge, I'm talking about driving the hips back. This is going to stretch out the hamstring so you can get really good gains on the hamstring and the underside of your tush. You have wide toes, balancing. Your gaze is stationary on the floor. This is going to help improve your balance and your proprioception in space. Give me height. Good. We have our trampolines. Remember, we're going to squat down, let the bum touch the trampoline, come partially way up, and then hit the bum to the trampoline again. We are strengthening the pelvic floor so that when you actually do a trampoline in real life with your children, that your vaginal sphincter can close, that it can brace when it needs to, brace for impact, while in a very open position. Split squat lumberjack. Getting ready for it. Weights here at chest. Ensuring that your back leg isn't too far away so that you can do a good split squat here. Your upper torso isn't flimsy, it's strong. So we need controlled rotation. And 2, 1. Prepare for other side. don't know how many of you have trained an older child to get off of their training wheels, but this is the kind of side twisting torso mobility that you need while leaning over so that you can push your child while they're trying to balance and not throw out your back. Hinge balance kickbacks. Hinging at the hips, coming down. And here we go, kicking up. Getting max height of the heel here. Your heel has a pin on it, and I want you to pop a balloon on the ceiling. And 3, 2, 1. Replace that foot with the other one. On your hinge, think about lengthening the hamstring, getting it to a full stretch. This is too difficult for you. What I want you to do, just allow this back foot to touch the floor and get your balance. Otherwise, your goal is to work up to being mounted on one leg, a flamingo leg here. All right, ladies, we have one more round of this. Prepare for your trampoline bounces. Bounce. Squeeze glutes as you stand up. I want you thinking about preventing gas from passing. Let's look at this from the side. All right, split squat lumberjacks. Let's look at it from the front, this side. Getting ready for a split squat, lowering down, strong to the chest as you come up. Anytime you are sweating or out of breath, I want you to know that it's okay and it's good for your kids to see those things. It's important that they know about our struggles as well as our failures, that when they learn to do hard things like potty train, tie their shoes, to ride that bike, to stay in their bed during nap time, when they do hard things that are difficult for them, they know that you're constantly doing hard things too. As a mom, it's important that you have an interest or a hobby, or it could be your job, but something that you're pursuing outside of fitness, and that it's okay if it's difficult for you. It's okay if your first woodworking project or gardening project doesn't come out as planned. I think it's really important that my kids see me fail, see me struggle, see me fall over or wiggle sometimes, to know that mom does hard things, and sometimes I'm not perfect at it either. Here we go. We're doing our hinged kickbacks, ladies. This is our last round here. You are beating parallel, okay? This is parallel to the ground. I want you to get higher than parallel. Point your toes now, elongate the legs. And same thing, other side. We're gonna hinge back. Think about driving hips back, 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 even before you start, setting yourself up for success. And you're doing your own self-assessment. Is this parallel? Then I want you getting higher than parallel. This is preparing the body for single leg Romanian deadlift later on when you're ready for it, as well as traditional Romanian deadlift, also known as stiff leg deadlift. So you notice that this front leg, there's always that slight hair bend. It's not completely locked out. Next, we're going into weighted micro pulses in a plie squat. So legs are nice and wide, and these are micro pulses. Your chest is high, not allowing this to happen. Training really strong and compact, tight inner thighs. And 5, 4, 3, go to get some wall space, 2, 1. For this wall space, I want light fingertips, just like a fairy, hardly touching the wall. We're getting up on one leg and going into calf raises on just one leg. Notice that the same leg that's doing calf raises, that's the weight where you're holding the dumbbell as well. So we're putting extra body weight on that side. Heel is never allowed to rest flat down. On the buzzer, we're going to get onto both feet, onto tiptoes, keeping up your height. Two, 1, and give me tiptoes. You're going to switch sides as you do this. Show me your height. How tall can you be? And remove one foot, and you're doing calf raises on the other side. These fingertips here are just for balance. You're not holding onto the wall, okay? For hiking or running in motherhood or even biking, you need to have really strong calves, and it's important to me that they're equally strong on one side, that your legs aren't imbalanced, that one isn't stronger than the other. And both legs, tiptoes. And next one is a really tough burnout. We're going to do a squat to rear lunge, squat to rear lunge, but they're just mini, like hardly squats, okay? Squat to rear lunge, squat to rear lunge. So we're not getting great depth on any of this, but it's very constant, extremely intense. Mini squat, little rear lunge. You're keeping up your rhythm. It's okay if your pace doesn't match mine. You are doing the best you can. This is not for comparison. This is coaching for you to be your absolute best. Weighted plie micro pulses. Legs are going out nice and wide. Your chest is high. Now look at this from a side angle. Your thighs are parallel with your mat. 2 hands holding a single weight. Not doing this. Gaze is at the wall in front of you. And you're smiling because dopamine hormone is high. Cortisol, stress hormone, just washing away right now. Your metabolism is going up. Adding lean muscle tone to your body. All really good things happening right now. Your heart is full. Get your wall space, ladies. Same calf that's working, that's where I want your weight. You're picturing all 5 of your toes. They're wide and splayed out, like a frog's foot. And you're pushing away so that you can get on the pad of your foot in your tiptoes. Heel is never making contact with your floor. Tiptoes, and making your way to the other side. Dig deep. You have your fish feet, you're pushing away, fluttering in the water. Make those flippers long. And tiptoes. Preparing for our little squat to our little rear lunge. Let's look at it from the side this time. And little squat, rear lunge, little squat. Come on, mommy, dig deep, I'm with you. We're together. Oh. All right, ladies, last round of this finisher. I want legs nice and wide. You're going into your plie squat, micro pulses here. Is that your lowest depth? Give me an honest answer. If not, I want you a little bit deeper. This is my honest depth. It really burns. The intent for this finisher is that your lower half is absolutely on fire, okay? Your calves should be hurting. If they're not, you need to increase your weights when we're doing calf raises. All right, 9 more seconds here. I don't call it a finisher lightly. All right, fingertips are gonna be on the wall. I'm gonna start on the other side this time. Prepare your foot. Now, if you have tight hip flexors, you're gonna notice your body doing this a lot and this leg being higher than it needs to be. That's a sign of tight hip flexors and glutes that aren't turned on. So I want you to extend your leg, ensure that your torso is high, you're not arched forward. My favorite stretch, by the way, for tight hip flexors is runner's lunge. So if that is something that you need to work on, you know what to do. Okay, up high. Preparing for the other side. Give me more height. All right, let's do it. No resting. We had a little bit of a wild morning. I had to go to pick up some allergy medication, and I got back and my dogs were out. There was a kid and his mom running her dogs back to our yard, and I felt so bad, number one, for wasting their time, two, for being a delinquent dog owner that I didn't check the gates on both toes. But I'm just so grateful and so blessed that they're fine, they're back at home, and really thankful for good neighbors. So squat, rear lunge, squat, rear lunge. So I just feel convicted the next time I see a lost dog to slow down, stop my life, check and see if the dog has a collar, and really do my best to get them back to their owner, to repay that favor that someone so generously did for me. All right, ladies, put that weight down. Grab a sip of water. That was an intense workout. First thing, we must stretch out those calves because I put a lot of volume and weight on them today. All of your body weight on one calf. It's really quite intense. So I want you to step 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. We're going to draw the knee that's in the front towards the wall. So from a side view, this is what we're looking like, okay? Pushing against the wall. Not overstressing the wrist. Put the wrist where they feel comfortable. Higher is less stress on your wrist. Your rear leg is only so far back that you can keep the heel on the mat. If this is as far as you can go, that's okay. Some of you women will be able to do this. I want you to take this stretch a step further. See if you can bend your rear leg knee a couple of centimeters. You're going to feel emphasis on the shins as well as the calves. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Same thing, other side. Look where you are, replace that leg. Stretch it out. Hands are on the wall. Your chest and the wall have magnets on them. They're gravitating towards each other. Elbows are bending. Now do your best to take this a step further. Bend that knee, it's a micro bend, while still urging the heel to stay down on the mat. Preventing shin splints here. Also preventing plantar fasciitis, which is a common injury that women get in the heel. It shows up, you feel it in the heel, but really the plantar fascia is along the arch, from the ball of the foot all the way to the heel. And once you get it, you're more prone to having it. So it's important that you don't have tight calves and that you don't have tight shins in order to prevent plantar fasciitis from returning, or in many of your cases, in never getting it in the first place. All right, meet me down on your mat. I'm gonna stretch out these glutes. Hook one leg over the front. We're gonna pull it closer. I want you to take your arms, wrap it around the front shin, and draw it closer to your chest. Let's shorten the distance between our arch and our shoulder a couple more centimeters. Really tug it close. And we're gonna hang out here. There'll be a slight normal arch in the spine. What I don't want to see is this. Just a little bit of an arch. And same thing other side. I'm going to use this arm to manually pull the shin and knee closer, decreasing the space between your arch and your shoulder. A lot of times we neglect the exterior rotation of our hips, and it's something that's important in order to keep your IT band right here, and the TFL, tensor fascia latae, and the glutes from getting too tight. It's really important to open this up, this external hip rotation. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mile long legs was a very intense workout. I hope that you feel strong and confident because you've earned it. I'll see you next time. Bye, ladies.